QST, QST, QST. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. The net meets every 2 weeks at this time, on this day, on quite a few repeaters, and we can be heard on 9H1 UHF. We can also be heard on 9H1 DMR, and we have some news about 9H1 DMR, which has been updated. We also are streaming live on YouTube on the 9H HAM page, or whatever it's called on YouTube. You can also hear a recording of this net after the net, given a few hours or maybe a day or two for the audio to process. And we can also connect via NH1 UHF-R or via 9H1 DMR-L using Echolink. I think I've covered that all. I'd like to thank some people, the people who allow us to carry our net on their repeater, and that's 9H1 UHF trustees and NH1 DMR trustees, and all the work that they do to make sure that everything is being connected. Let me give applause. I would like to thank all those who volunteer and who have volunteered in the past. The net has now been going for over 4 years. I'd like to give a special thanks to Anthony, 9H5FA, who has been doing all sorts of work, mostly behind the Quinty, I should say, behind the scenes for the last 4 years, or the duration of the net. The original idea was an idea between 9H5FA and 9H1 Sugar Flux, and we thank them for the idea, and we've enjoyed the net, at least I have, for the last 4+ years. Let me give another pause. I know there's going to be quite a bit of conversation and exchanges today. Today is a day that's getting very close to Jamboree on the air and Jamboree on the internet, and we have a bit of information. So if you need to, get a pen and paper handy to jot the information that you need. What I request, or what we request, is that you make your transmission shorter than 3 minutes, and then give a pause, allow 5 seconds for all the timers of all the connected repeaters and equipment to read. The rule of thumb, you can say a lot in 3 minutes, although in my case I can honestly say to you that I can never say enough, but you all know that. Giving another pause for any emergency or priority traffic. This is November 7 with Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. Okay, hearing no traffic, I would like to invite everybody to check into the net. Please give your call sign, and if it's your first time, please state your name as well. We'd love to have you on. As I said, the net meets every 2 weeks at this time on wherever you are receiving the net, and everybody's welcome to check in. November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey is now standing by for check-ins.
Hotel 1, Sierra Fox 9, Hotel 1, Sugar Fox, operator name Stephen, standing by.
Golf Zero Bravo India Alpha, name's Ian.
H1 yes, Charles.
This is Tango Bravo 3, Mike Tango from İzmir, Turkey. It's my first time on this net.
Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha, Anthony, 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
This is Tango Bravo 3, Mike Tango from İzmir, Turkey. Checking in. It's my first time on this net. 7-3 to you all.
Okay, very good. Let me confirm some check-ins. I have 9H1 Sugar Foxtrot. Good evening to you, Steve. And Golf Zero Bravo India Alpha, Ian. We haven't talked or met in a while, and it's nice to hear your voice again. My brother Charlie, 9 Hotel 1 Fox Bravo Sugar. Tango Bravo 3, Mike Lima Tango from Turkey. Thank you for checking in. Welcome to the net, and we hope you stay for a while and check in again. The net is every 2 weeks at this time, on this day, on the Echolink connection that you have. And also 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. Are there any other check-ins for the net at this point in time? Okay, hearing none, as most are aware, we are getting close to Jamboree on the air. We are getting close to Jamboree on the internet. There seems to be, as in other years, a lot of activity and quite a few groups that are organizing JOTA on the Maltese Islands as they are throughout the world. And so we are going to have quite a bit of information on that. Let's see. Let me pass it over first to 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Foxtrot. Good evening. Good morning. Good evening to you, Steve. It's nice to hear you. It's been a while. I certainly hope you're doing well. And I'll pass the microphone over to you. 9H1 Sugar Fox with the 9H HAM GlobalNet, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Very good. Good evening, everybody. In Malta, anyway. This is 9 Hotel 1 Sierra Fox. Okay, so let's talk about the Jamboree and so forth. Yes, we'll be taking part with the Jamboree this year, with quite a few groups actually. So I'll be with the Scouts of Malta and also the Baden-Powell Scouts. And Baden-Powell Scouts, they call it Rota. Anyway, so we'll be quite involved with quite a few scouts this year, from Friday to Sunday, more than ever. And Friday evening we will start with three scout groups from McLean, and another 3 scout groups from Mtarfa, the Mtarfa Scouts group. I will leave a pause for a couple of seconds. I was saying, we'll have the 3 groups from me, and another 3 groups from the scout group in Mtarfa. And then Saturday, the highlight of Saturday is having the group of Baden-Powell Scouts, and I will be having the scouts from Mtarfa, Bahriya, Zabbuj, Ormi, Khallu'a, Aura, St. Paul's Bay, and Mjar. And scouts from Tarfa. Leave another pause. Today will be very, very busy with all those groups, such as eight groups from Baden-Powell, and another 3 groups from the scouts next door to us, the Tarfa Scouts. And then again, we'll kick it off again Sunday morning with another 3 groups from the Urmi Scout group. So you can see we will be very, very, very busy and tired, I think, after this weekend, that weekend anyway. So if there's any other radio amateurs are listening on the net tonight and would like to come over, even just to say hello or give a helping hand, they can do, and everyone is welcome to do so. So that's a bit about the story of us up in Tarfa. Sorry, Charles. Yes, anyway. Okay, microphone back to you there.
What about times and frequencies of operation that you operate on? Can you give us that as well, or is it still in planning stage?
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 0 Fox Journey. Well, Friday will be about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock when it starts anyway, till the evening, till they leave anyway. And Saturday morning from 8 onwards in the morning, there will be groups coming and not stopping. I think they'll be there till after 9 in the evening, apparently they told me for Saturday. So, and then Sunday morning from 8 or whatever it is till lunchtime. Frequency will be on HF. We will be on HF. The HF frequency, so we don't know exactly where we'll be at the time, and depending on the propagation also. So, but Friday evening from 5 to 6 onwards, Saturday morning from 8 onwards, 8, 9 o'clock when they start coming, and Sunday morning from 8, 9 o'clock, whatever, till lunchtime there. So that's the story. November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, 9 Hotel 1 Fairfox.
Yeah, Roger, 9H1 Sugar Flux with the 9H HAM GlobalNet and 7 APW. Okay, very good. So no digital modes, DMR, no VHF, UHF. Is that what I'm hearing? Go ahead.
VHF, UHF on, but we'll be working more on HF. We'll be working more on HF there. So we will have a handheld or something with a little, going on the VHF, UHF, but more on HF at UHF.
Yeah, that makes sense. But in case somebody, well, not me, but somebody wants directions perhaps to where you're at, they can be guided through there too. But you will be listening, okay? And I'll obviously try to give you a call as well and say hello because I enjoy the contacts during Jyoti. Okay, any questions for comments at this?
Anthony W, this is 9H5FA. Just to let you know that there are some sort of gaps in your transmission, rather not gaps. Your transmission seems to be cutting off 2 seconds early. I'm not sure if it's because you sort of left the PTT button or something in the complex network system from Wyoming to Malta. But if you talk a bit more slowly, I think it would help. And 7 APW, this is 9H5FA.
Well, thank you for that, Anthony. I believe the phone, which is what I'm using, is too close, and I'm shouting instead of talking, so this may be better. And 7 APW standing by.
QSL, Jerry, your last transmission was perfect.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. How is Wyoming this time of year?
Well, on and off, have been looking for you on DMR, on the 780 talk group, but I can't also say that I'm listening every day. So it's to hear you. 0 Bravo India Alpha November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet.
November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, Golf Sierra Bravo India Alpha. Good evening, Jerry. Good evening to you, Steve. Sierra. Don't sound your normal voice, Steve. XYL even said it didn't sound like you, so I hope you've not got a cold or something. And hello, Anthony, 905 Foxtrot Alpha. I also did pick up you saying, Jerry, that there's some changes on DMR. I called in on DMR. In fact, I'm still monitoring, and I don't hear a whisper over it at the moment. So perhaps I'm doing something not quite correct, HI. But I've certainly fired it up, and you should be able to hear me on that. I'll just drop carrier on Echo Link and come on to DMR. Stand by.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey. This is Tango Bravo 3 Mac Lima Tango. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you stand by for a moment, please? And 7 APW with the net.
Hotel 1 Sierra Fox, 9 Hotel 5 Fox Hotel Farm. Steve, will there be the details of frequencies published on the MARC Facebook page closer to the date, perhaps? And 9H1 Sierra Fox, this is 9H5 space.
Hotel 5 Fox Hotel 9 Hotel Sierra Fox. I can do, but I mean, HF will be all over the place. There won't be one specific frequency where we're just sitting on there. So, depending on the propagation also. But I can look up the frequencies where they will be discussed and put them on the Facebook page there of the HF frequencies. There, 9 Hotel 5 Fox Hotel Fox, 9 Hotel 1 Sierra Fox.
Thanks, Steve. 9H5 SA.
And this is number 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. G0BIA. Are you back? November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, Golf Sierra Bravo India Alpha. I tried calling on DMR, but don't seem to be getting through, and I don't see it interfering with the echo link. So I don't know exactly what's happening there. We'll make this a one-off now. I'll say good evening to Steve, 9L1 Sierra Fox 2. You don't see my normal voice, Steve. I don't know what it is. XYL mentioned that a minute or two ago. And Anthony, you're doing a good job there, mate. Carry on. Excellent work. I'm sorry I haven't been on for some time, but other things have been occupying me. I've got sisters not too well down in Australia, suffering from dementia and that sort of thing. So it's kept me occupied with more on WhatsApp, talking to my niece quite a bit. And unless your reminder comes up and doesn't go in the junk file, I'll please see you in a moment. Okay, Jerry, I'll try and get on DMR again. I don't know what changes you've made. I think you said there's been some changes, but my radio is still tuned up for that. So if you just let me know what the changes are before I disappear. Got a bit of a frog in my throat at the moment, so I won't hold it. So wish you Saha, some threes, a little tired and everything else. And back to you, Jerry, and good evening to Charles there. I know he's signed in, but I'll do it again. From G0 BIA.
Yeah, G0 BIA with 9 HAM GlobalNet and 7 APW. You can stand by for a few more minutes. We'll pass it over to Anthony, and he has an update on the repeater. The repeater had stopped working, and it has now been replaced with something bigger and better. So if you can stand by for a few moments, I'd appreciate it. Let me pass the microphone to Tango Bravo 3, Mike Lima Tango Izmir. Go ahead, November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey. Can you repeat your last sentence?
Yeah, Roger. I passed the microphone over to you in case you have any questions or comments for the net this evening. Tango Bravo 3, Lima Tango with the 9 HAM GlobalNet, November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Yeah, thanks. Good evening to you, and good night, I guess, to all the Maltese listening. I have a Maltese friend listening on YouTube and a German listening on YouTube. So I will learn to visit Malta and maybe become a citizen to naturalization. So how is it getting a license in Malta?
Good. Do you need information about how to get a license in Malta? Is that correct? Go ahead.
Yeah, how does the licensing work in there? In Turkey, you have like electronic exams that you take, and it takes like, I don't know, 10 minutes, I could have said before. Well, I got a point below the A class, so I'm stuck in B class. It's all done electronically. You get your license electronically, and I got mine in 2 days. How does it work in Malta?
Well, I'm obviously in the United States, so I don't know the updated rules for getting a license, a Maltese ham radio license. If you already have a Turkish license, so I don't know whether there's a reciprocal agreement, or you have to go through the tests again. I'm sure somebody counts November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet.
Open 985 on frequency.
November 7 Papa Whiskey, it's seen all kinds of people from all around the world in a event like this. You know, people from Malta, I myself from Turkey, and you from United States, and you know, it's just great to see how ham radio operators collaborate to do such an event.
Tango Bravo 3, Mike Lima Tango. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. If you're interested, if you wish to operate in Malta, I believe you need a visitor's license unless you're staying in Malta long term. The best thing I would recommend is to contact the Malta Communications Authority. So the ham radio licenses in Malta are regulated by the Malta Communications Authority, and their website is Mike Charlie Alpha .org.mt. So it's Mike Charlie Alpha Oscar Romeo Golf Mike Tango. There is a contact button there, and they will be able to reply to any queries and tell you what form you have to fill in and what information they would need. I'm not sure if there is some reciprocal agreement between Malta and Turkey, so I think you'll need a visitor's ham radio license. And I would suggest that you contact them. They're helpful and they'll give you the information you need. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Frequency.
Nine Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. Thank you, grazie Hafna, for your information. Well, I have a multi-friend listen on YouTube, so I just want to check out this net. He told me that there is a net in Malta that people could gather from all around the world in Echolink. I don't have that equipment to transmit to Malta, so I'm connecting over Echolink. It's nice in here. I suggest everyone to visit Turkey. It's a nice country with beach and stuff. Also, we got a lot of ham radio operators. We got Turkish Union of Ham Radio. They're pretty cool. And thanks all of you for your information that you give me. Thank you all. This is Tango Bravo and Actima Tango.
Nine Hotel 5 Alpha Papa on frequency. 9 Hotel 5 Alpha Papa on frequency.
Okay, very good. I'm glad we were able to help you a bit, Izmir. And thank you for checking into the net. And please feel free to come back with any queries, questions, or just to say hello. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. heard some stations trying to check in. One of them is 9 Hotel 5 Alpha Papa. Are there any other check-ins for the 9H Ham GlobalNet?
Alpha Papa on frequency, 9H Ham GlobalNet.
I have you checked in, 9H5 Alpha Papa. Let me see if there are any other check-ins, please. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, standing by. Okay, hearing none. Do you have any comments or traffic for the net? And thank you for checking in. 9 Hotel 5 Alpha Papa, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Papa Alpha Whiskey, the 9H Ham GlobalNet. Okay, I would like to give an answer for the question that was asked. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, if this gentleman is going to stay in Malta for a short time, he can use his call sign using the 9H in front. 9H, stroke, and his call sign. Maybe Anthony, I don't know if you can confirm this, but usually when I'm abroad, that's how I use it. I use the country prefix and use my call sign because it's for a short time.
This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. Yes, I'm aware of that system, but I'm not sure how short the short time is. Usually, if you're just on holiday, you can use your own call sign and tag a 9H in front, brief 9H in front. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure what the number of days limit for that is, or you actually need a visitor's license. But usually, if it's a week or 2 weeks, you don't really need a visitor's license. Having said that, I think there are some reciprocal agreements between countries, members of the EPT, I think. I don't know how it works with Turkey. I know that in Europe you can do that. I'm not sure how it works with Turkey. Back to the net, this is 9 Hotel 5 Buffet.
Hotel Ham GlobalNet, this is 9 Hotel 5 Alpha Papa. Yes, Anthony, as long as he's in for at least 2 weeks or something like that, he can use the call sign with the prefix. I don't know if this radiometer, which I not actually had time to take his call sign. Basically, I just switched on my radio, as I told you, and I heard the question, basically. And I don't know if with us there is 9H1 Terafox. I give my regards to him also, and even to you, Jerry. Good evening, because I just started speaking without giving this greeting. Back to 9H Ham GlobalNet.
H5 Alpha Papa, I am 7 APW with 9H Ham GlobalNet. Thank you for that. Unfortunately, the station from Turkey had disconnected from Echolink before you passed that information, but maybe he connected somebody else as well. I'm going to pass it over to Charlie real quick for a short comment, and then I'll pass it over to Anthony. Anthony has information about Jamboree on the Air and Jamboree on the Internet, or Joda Jodi, that's coming up soon. And he also has information about the 9H DMR repeater, which has been off the air for a while due to repairs or replacement. So let me pass it over quickly to you, Charlie. 9H1FBS, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for your patience. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet.
Very good. Very nice to hear you all. Actually, this evening I went out with a friend and we had a nice Turkish kebab. So I think that there are quite a number of these places in Malta now. And most of them are takeaway, but this place close by here, you can eat inside. I'm also interested in hearing about the DMR repeater, because when Ian tried to get through on 780, we didn't hear him, so there must be something wrong with that system. Anyway, so I'll pass it back over to Net Control, 9H1FBS.
M78W, 9H5 Alpha Papa just messaged me, and there are some Italians apparently on the frequency on this repeater, on the 9H1 UHFR repeater, and I guess they're trying to check in. I have not heard them from here, so they might have doubled. So perhaps we could give them some time. Meanwhile, Jerry, 9H5 Alpha Papa has information on the Marl Jota Joti activities. I guess his information is more updated than mine, because he's the president of Marl. So I'll leave the mic to him to actually provide the information, and so I'll put this back to the floor. Perhaps you could give some time for some Italian stations who I understand are trying to check in. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
I'm back, November 7. It up. This is November 7th, Alpha Whiskey with the HAM GlobalNet. I'll pass it over to you. Choose the order that you wish, and we'll go over Joda Jodi and the 9H repeater update. That quite a few people are interested in it, and from what I hear, it's now going to become much more accessible to people who don't even have a DMR radio. So I'll pass it over to you, Anthony, and I'll stand by on the side. This is November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet.
Jerry, before I actually talk, I'd like to ask 985 Alpha Papa if you'd like to provide any information regarding the Jota Joti, because I understand that he has to leave soon, if I understood correctly what he sent me. Albert, would you like to take the mic yourself? This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Foxtrot Alpha. Yes, as Anthony is saying, we will be having the Jota Joti in a week. We are preparing for it. Basically, the club will be helping various scouts around Malta, but mainly the stations will be in Zurich, in Ormi, and basically in St. Michael's Pembroke. We will be setting up the stations on Friday night, and then Zuri are going to work all day, and staff, with Dominic turning around the site.
Nine eight five Alpha Papa. Thanks for the updates, Albert. I have some information about the Zurre station, which basically is that the Echolink node called Jota 365 jump. So Juliet, Oscar, Tango, Alpha, 365. That is a special Echolink node for Jamboree on the Air, and we'll be trying to get onto that node via Echolink. The other bit of information is that the International Space Station will be transmitting SSTV images between Friday, October 17th and Monday, October 20th. So this is there are details on the RS website. So we might try with an SSTV decoder to remove these images. And one final thing, will be on the, and I believe that there are 5 tentative HF frequencies which have been identified. Obviously, these are tentative, and it depends on propagation and whether they will be occupied or not by other stations. The frequencies are 7.19 on 40 meters, 14.29 on 20 meters, 21.36 on 15 meters, 28.39 on 10 meters, and 50.16 on 6 meters. But these are tentative, obviously. And besides that, I believe there are a number of games which are being organized for the scouts at the different centers, which Marl is coordinating. back to the net. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot.
9H HAM GlobalNet. Hopefully that I'm not interfering all the time. Anthony, is it possible that you will share these frequencies on the 9H HAM GlobalNet group of WhatsApp, please, so that we will know about them?
Yes, of course. We can put them on the 9H HAM GlobalNet YouTube page. You can put them in the comments or in the info part. And I believe that Marl might want to put them on their Facebook page as well. These frequencies have been selected by 9 Hotel 2 Whiskey Bravo, who's coordinating the Zurich Jota station. So I can see if Mark would like to put them in, but I can obviously put them on the 9H HAM GlobalNet Facebook page. Thank you. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot.
Seven Alpha Papa Whiskey. I have a question. The question is, has anybody looked at the band plan for the United States to make sure that licensed American hams can operate on those frequencies that you just mentioned? November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
And 7 APW. This is 9H5FA. That's a good question. I guess that the answer is yes, because actually what I've been provided with by 9H2 Whiskey Bravo is a full band plan and the selected frequencies. So we will double check before putting them online, but I think that this with some care to make sure that all countries can connect on these frequencies. But yeah, but I will double check. And 7 APW, this is 9H5FA.
It was just a thought from an old man, and it's happened before. We chose some frequencies one time on Jamboree on the air where the Europeans could not operate, and everybody's expecting to talk to Europe. Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. All right, this is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. I'll give the net and microphone over back to Anthony. You have a lot more to talk about, and I just be in the way. and you know how to do net control very well. I'm not trying to volunteer you here. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey 9H5FA. Thank you, Jerry. So there are only actually two other things I'd like to mention. 9 Hotel 1 Japan Lima, Joe Abdullah, asked me just to notify that he will be taking care of the Moscow Scouts group and on the Joti days. And the information is on the QRZ page of the call sign they will be operating under, which is 9 Hotel 6 Sierra Golf Mike. 9 Hotel 6 Sierra Golf Mike, which is a special event call sign. The venue will be the Tatarja Battery, and he'll be operating on C4FM both a bit, and then I'll talk about the 9H1 DMR repeater. Okay, this is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha. Okay, so a few days ago I received the messages from 9H1 Uniform Sierra Antoine, who owns the DMR repeater, which had some issues and some way back. And he asked me to phone him, which I unfortunately didn't because it just escaped my mind. But I'm seeing a note which he put up saying that the 9H1 DMR repeater now has been replaced. And there's an analog NC4 FM repeater which switches automatically between analog and C4 FM. So if it receives an analog signal, it will repeat the analog signal. If it receives a C4 FM signal, it will repeat the C4 FM signal. And this repeater, which is operating on the same frequencies as the DMR repeater, are U74 frequencies, Romeo Uniform 74, with a tone squelch of 77 Hertz. So this repeater, this dual repeater, analog NC4 FM, is connected in cross mode to DMR. So effectively, anyone on DMR, analog or C4 FM can connect to this repeater and be heard on the other modes. She has on urz.com, so Antoine did provide his email to request further info. And his email is Alpha November Tango 9 Hotel 1 Uniform Sierra at gmail.com. That's the information I have today. But I will be contacting him and will update the information on the 9H HAM GlobalNet Facebook page as well. So back to the net. This is 9 Hotel 5 Foxtrot Alpha.
Well, thank you very much for that. I have this topic on 7APW.
Jerry, I did not copy about 2 seconds in the middle of your last over. Could you repeat, please? This is 9H5FA.
Yeah, Roger. I just want to video, VHF and UHF from the 80s. I tell it to go to the repeater frequencies with the subaudible tone, and I transmit on my radio to the repeater, and that will go straight through to DMR as well. So people with only analog radios can also carry on cross conversations with DMR. Is that what I'm hearing? Go ahead.
Jerry, that's the way I understand the message I'm seeing. Anyone can use DMR, C4 FM, or analog, and will be repeated with the relays on both the other 2 modes. So, but I have to confirm this with Antoine, with 9H1 Uniform Sierra. And yeah, but this is the way I understand the message which I'm seeing back to the net. This is 9H5FA.
And this is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. That's great. If anybody wants to test this, I have time, and I'm more than happy to do so. And I do monitor 2780. Well, as long as my DMR radio is on, I monitor the Malta Talk Group 780 on Brandmeister DMR. And so if someone even keys up, I definitely will hear them. Or whatever needs to happen. Okay, very good. That's very exciting news because anybody and everybody can get a taste of DMR, really. And selfishly, it allows me to just sit on my recliner and talk around the world and to Malta very, very easily without having to go through Echolink, but simply go through my DMR radio. This is November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. Does anybody have anything else for the net this evening?
It's 9 Hotel 1 Sierra Fox back on the net. You definitely got something wrong there with your settings there, Jerry, because it keeps cutting out like Anthony was explaining before. Quick hello there to Albert also. And also with regards to that Turkish station, yes, they have a precedential agreement between Malta and they can use the call sign, their call sign with the 9 Hotel /9 Hotel. Anyway, okay, microphone back to you there, November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey, to all the group here on the net. This is 9 Hotel 1 Sugar Fox.
9H1FBS with a question.
And 7APW. I apologize for that. It shouldn't be an internet connection, but it has been before. So thank you very much for the report, and we'll see what's going on. Anything else for the net this evening? And 7APW.
One of yes with a question.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Well, I think this is directed to Anthony. Can you ask 9H1US whether the 2780 will be connected to the link of Echolink, because it doesn't function anymore?
Charles, I forgot your FBS. 9H1FBS and 9H5FA. Charles, I will ask him, but at the moment I'm monitoring DMR on RF, and the RF on tow group 780 at the moment is not operating, and I can't actually transmit on that tow group either. So I'm not sure exactly, it might be still setting up some things, but my understanding is that that will still be on Echolink, and that will be the tow group that the analog communications will be relayed to. But that is my understanding. I may be wrong on this, but I will communicate with him this week until tomorrow or Saturday, and get back. 9 Hotel 1 Fox Foxtrot Bravo Sierra with the HAM GlobalNet. This is 9H5FA.
So if I were to call you in a few minutes on 2780, does it mean that I can't get through? Over.
On RF, you can't get through. If I listen on RF, you can't get through. Because I can't connect to the MR repeater at the moment on RF. I'm not sure if I can connect in any other way at the moment. Perhaps to analog, if the same repeater is being used. But on the MR, I can't connect at the moment. So there might be some things which one is still setting up. 9H1 FPS with the 9HM GlobalNet. This is 9H5.
نتكلم مالتي أخر فوق الدي ام ار محبة 278 مش هتخدم شنعمل؟
Charles, if you go through your hotspot, I think it should work, and to Echo Link it works, so the node is there, and the Brandmeister setting is there. Your hotspot doesn't go through the RF part. I think it's the RF which is not set up at the moment. But at the moment I'm connected by Echo Link to the MR node, and it's working. So the hotspot should work as well, because it doesn't go through the RF. It doesn't even go to the repeater. It goes straight to the Brandmeister server. 9H1 SPS is 9H5FA.
Rather complicated, but I think I understand. Anyway, I won't hold it any longer. Wish you all a very good evening, and hope to see you soon. 73 so everyone, and good night. Night and morning.
Please, Charlie 9 Hotel 5 Alpha Papa, Albert Hotel.
Yeah, Charlie, Anthony's absolutely right. Your connection to any talk group using the hotspot is not affected by this, because you are going right to the Brandmeister server, and talk group 2780 on Brandmeister is up and running, so you can talk on 2780 via your hotspot, like I do. At any point in time, provided that Brandmeister is not down. And the interface with the repeater is what needs a little work, fine-tuning, or whatever, so that people who don't have a hotspot can also access the DMR network, Brandmeister, via the repeater. And that's a service that obviously 9H1 DMR offers, and that's the link between a local repeater and the Brandmeister DMR network. In your case, since you have a hotspot, your link to Brandmeister and DMR is your hotspot if that's what you choose, and that will not be affected by anything else. I know, yeah, but that's the deal. November 7 Alpha Papa Whiskey.
Roger, understood.
Like I said, it'd be nice for people who have just an analog radio, like me. I have analog radios that I've had for 40 years. As long as they can access the analog side of that repeater and it's interfaced to DMR, then they can also talk on DMR without having to buy another piece of equipment or listen. You know, it goes both ways. Anyway, this is November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey with the 9H HAM GlobalNet. Let me give a pause, make sure there is no other traffic, and we'll close the net. And I'd like to thank everybody for their information, their help, and their participation. November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey. Okay, hearing none. I'd like to thank everybody who checked in this evening. There was a good group of people and a lot of information. And if you missed any of the information or a part of the net with the next day or two, there will be a recording of the net on the YouTube channel 9H. And so you can, if you missed something or didn't have a pen and paper handy, you can always go back to the recording and listen to it again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for those who volunteer, and thank you for especially those who participate, because without you, the net is nothing. It's just like silence in the forest. Okay, guys, have a great evening. I hope the weather is cooling off now, and I hope you enjoy some part of autumn. And keep smiling, and we'll talk in a couple of weeks, meet in a couple of weeks, and maybe have some nice stories to tell about Jamboree on the air as well. 73s to everybody, good evening. This is November 7, Alpha Papa Whiskey, returning all the repeaters to normal amateur use. Good evening, and thank you very much.